Why should we use the Icon 9 Discover Why tool? In this short video, I'll explain why you might want to use Discover Why before an encounter as part of your preparation, during an encounter to get the most out of the meeting, and after the encounter so that the debrief is also a success. Let's take these in chronological order and look at the situation where just thinking about a certain client is filling us with dread. Our understanding of the customer's situation is vague. We fear a difficult meeting, but we don't know quite what to expect. Well, what if we were to just take a few minutes to simply write a map? That would at least give us some feeling of control. And even better, let's incorporate a Discover Why into the plan. There are several advantages of drawing a Discover Why picture before an encounter. First, it helps us to share the big picture, and reminding ourselves of the wider perspective is usually a good way to get into a positive frame of mind. Next, filling in the details of the picture brings to mind everything we know about the customer situation, and most important, it brings to mind the things we want to find out. That is, simply holes in our knowledge and also assumptions that we should then check. Finally, once this is done, we feel much better organised, less uptight and confident about tackling the encounter. Then we get to the encounter itself. Of course, it's not going to plan. The customer has taken over the conversation and alarm bells are beginning to ring in my head. Mentally stepping back from the conversation for an instant, I bring the Discover Why picture to mind. I realise that we're spending all of our time discussing project details. We're stuck in the bottom right zone of the Why diagram. So, thinking quickly, I decide to steer the conversation elsewhere. The great thing about Discover Why is the simplicity of the visual. This allows you to bring it to mind in a flash, to step back from proceedings momentarily, and to therefore keep some valuable perspective. This can help us to avoid one of the major dangers in meetings, which is topic paralysis, where, for whatever reason, everybody gets stuck on one subject for far too long. Of course, the Why diagram also provides a guide on where the conversation could be taken next, and it therefore helps us to cover more and more interesting topics and to have more productive meetings. It's good for us, it's good for our customers, and it's great for our credibility with our customers. Of course, now that we've had a productive meeting, we've now got the problem of communicating everything that we've learnt and achieved to our colleagues. Fortunately, Discover Why can help with this also. The simple diagram's probably a bit too simple for direct use in a debrief. Given the amount of information to include, it will probably get cluttered very quickly. But that's not a problem. In this case, it isn't the picture of the why that's so important, it's more the structure provided by the 8 zones, and these can be presented in a variety of ways. There are lots of suggestions and templates to help with this in the Icon 9 ecosystem. For debrief then, Discover Why provides valuable structure, and this can save a great deal of time. We can organise information quickly, and our colleagues will understand it faster. Finally, since the Discover Why reference forces us to consider the 8 different zones, we end up covering the care-abouts of even the widest audiences. We hope that this video has helped remind you of the main points about the Discover Why tool and of how it can be useful in your work. The audio tracks explore different aspects of Discover Why in more detail, and they'll help you to practice using it for situations that you face daily.